Hey everybody, it is Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time with Mr. Al Duran here. How's everybody doing? Al, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Robby, good to see you, man. We got a few people in the chat. We have a couple people from the land under here. So, Alan from Drones with Media is here. Thanks for joining. We have Maddie. We have Drones and new visuals. Um, is that me? No, that is not me. I did the sound check. I'm good. No Side Hawk is here. This is Dominic. How are you guys? We have Michael from Fly Zone just popped in. Yo, yo, yo. Wayne B just said hi. So I hear you got a new toy to play with, Robbie.
Yeah, if y'all excuse my lights, but my LED that I installed above me for some reason is only at half power. I don't know if the damn LED blew up or it's a switch. So bear with me as the light's coming up behind me outside because it's 6:10 a.m. here. We'll have a little bit more light. Yeah, I got the DJI FPV.
Ah, I called them the lion. Oh yeah, sorry, Robbie. I was reading Drone Views Media. I miss the place he lives at.
Yeah.
He's in Ireland, not Australia.
So yeah, I took it out yesterday and did a little flying, and I bought this from a guy that I don't know. He said it was 98% perfect, which was good enough for me to buy it. I got it for $1,000 with the 3 batteries. And then when I got the remote, I noticed that the remote didn't bounce back, and I need to set it for my sim where it'll bounce back. And then, when I go out and fly in manual, I need to have it like this. So I
Right.
opened the back up. I opened the back up, and the set screw for the F2 is stripped. And when I asked him about it, I was like, "Hey, man, I got a strip screw on here." And he goes, "Well, is the it's 100% good as far as the drone?" And I said, "Yeah." And he didn't say anything else to me. And I was like, "Okay, but did you know this?" And he goes, "Well, when I bought it from the guy, I told him to adjust it for me." And I thought, why the hell would you need him to adjust it? It's an Alec key. You know how to do this. So more than likely, he probably knew that it was a situation. So I am going to contact the DJI store here in the city and see about sending it over to them and having them replace that screw because I want to be able to use it. And I have been using it on the sim, so it has really helped me out as far as being able to learn. So that's kind of what's been going on my end. But I'm excited. It's a learning experience. It's so much different and uh, so many different things, Al, to me that I never had to worry about or think about with a GPS drone. Honestly, a GPS drone is like hit a button and it'll go. Just don't run into anything within distance. This, you're watching so many different things. So for me, it was a really learning experience because I'm around water everywhere, and I don't mean guys because you live on the beach or meaning live near the beach. I mean everywhere I go, there's literally water. Every 30 or 40 foot, there's some kind of water around me. So I had to really be careful with that. So.
Well,
Yeah,
hello,
let's see.
Angie. Angie just joined. Thanks for
Yeah,
dropping by. We have Akirashu joining. So we got a good bit of folks. Thanks for stopping by, guys. The Harley FPV is also here. Good to see you, Greg. Thanks for dropping by. We're going to be talking FPV today. We're going to have a Mr. Guest going to be joining us here in a little bit, too. And so we're talking about the new Avata, but also talking about the latest toy that Robbie just got. He just recently purchased the DJI FPV drone, and he had his first flight. And so it's a totally different gig when you fly FPV, right, Robbie?
absolutely, absolutely. There's a lot more to keep an eye on. And well, I'm going to go ahead. I got Maddie in the back. We're going to bring him in here too because he flies FPV. And that way, because I don't want to leave him back there while we're showing videos and stuff. So let's bring Maddie in because he can give us a lot of insight and stuff too.
Yeah, and don't forget to keep an eye out for our mystery guest that's going to be joining in about 20 minutes from
I'm waiting for him. Hey,
Well, here
Maddie.
and here, I thought I was the mystery guest. So
now.
now, yeah, now
We
I get
have
to look forward to someone
numerous.
else.
Yeah, yeah, you're one of them for sure, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Quick question, Robbie. Did I hear you say you wanted to put that spring tension back to center?
Well, for flying it for non-acro, just normally flying it. I want to be able to adjust it. It's stripped. So I want to send it and have it right. So when I do want to make that adjustment, I can do it. Right now, I can't. So I've got it just in.
I would leave it like that.
Well, I flew for the first time yesterday, and I'll tell you, when you're flying, well, first thing is I started off standing up flying for about 5 seconds. It was like, oh shit. So I lifted the hatch on my wife's car and I sat so I wouldn't fall down. And then as I was flying, you know, she's like, she was in the side. That's why I put music on my video. She was on the side going, you're going a little bit low. And I wasn't really paying much attention to like the altitude and all the other stuff because you can hear this drone. But the problem is it's so damn quick that it goes by you so fast. So I noticed that when I was flying, my altitude got low. I wasn't paying attention because I had pulled the button down and left it there. I didn't know where my center was, basically.
Oh, yeah.
So, but anyway, because it's, you know, new to me and there's something wrong with the remote, somebody stripped the screw out the center. The rest of the drone had all the stickers, no damage on any of the props. That's the first thing I looked at was the props. I'm like, let's see how much time they got on the props. I checked the spares because usually they'll swap them out when they sell them and throw the spares in the bag. Not a scratch on anything, only the one piece here. And that's it. So I'm going to send it and have them put that new 1.5 millimeter screw in there, a new one where I don't have issues. That way I have the option to actually switch it when I want to switch it. I've been using it on the sim and it's fine on that, but I'm not ready to put it in full acro on my own out. I'm flying it as a regular GPS drone now. I never flew any of my other drones in FPV mode, you know, where it swerves.
Yep.
So I just want my stuff right, man.
It's great to have it like that for throttle management. So
yeah.
you get an idea of where the throttles. That throttle management is going to be the biggest part when it comes to flying manually.
It's the only way to fly it, Robby, to be honest with you, because without any throttle management, you're going to be
all over the place.
Yeah, you'll be 0 to 60, 0 to 60, 0 to 60.
Yeah.
And then
you know what it's like when you know what it's like when you're flying a GPS drone and you've got your camera pointed up, inverted just a little bit where you're pretty much all sky and you're not seeing anything below it. You need to pan down. That's kind of how I flew yesterday because I told my wife, look, I just want to fly maybe for 3 or 4 minutes just to see how it does, make sure it doesn't go crazy. Because Alexis told me that when she started hers for the very first time, it took off, it was flying around and it hit somebody. So I was like, well, I got to make sure. On its own is what she said yesterday. So I don't know what the situation was. So I thought, shit, I want to get in the area. So I got it a big area that I could fly it. But my point is, I was trying to fly within, you know, say 100 meters, not a big area that I was trying to fly and keep an eye on the drone, not let it get too far out. And I kept in mind what Al had told me, height is your friend, get up so you don't have issues. So I did that. But the problem was I couldn't really see anything near me because the camera was so high, I could see the damn ocean a mile away. So I need to learn to pan the camera down when I'm flying and learn my distance.
He's a true rookie, Matty. He's got to.
Yeah, you get the hang of it. Just keep your camera tilt angle low, because when you tilt, when the quad tilts, the camera tilts with it. So just keep it low. Put it at like 10 degrees and get used to it.
Okay, and I pan it with a roller, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just like a GPS quad. Same thing. That's the special part about that DJI FPV drone is being able to tilt that camera.
And it won't be the only one in the world to be doing that soon, right?
No, they'll be coming out with stuff where you can.
The Avata is coming out, and that's going to have a tilt pitch.
Yep, it will.
So once the Avata drone comes out, we're going to be able to say, "Hey, you know what? Now we can pitch our camera down." So that is something that's unique. It really is unique. It's not that useful until you start landing, but other than that, I mean, once you put it in full sports mode, what they call it, manual mode, you know, you really have to keep it at a 15 to 25% pitch.
And you'll keep it like that all the time anyways.
And all the time.
You'll never change it.
Mm-hmm. Once you dial it into, like, let's say you decide to fly on 15% pitch on your camera, leave it there. Don't change it. So you understand the relationship of that 15 degree. And then once you get used to that 15 degree, you can go ahead and start moving it around. So it looks like Greg Pittman has also joined. Harley FPV, as mentioned earlier.
I won't be surprised if they use that if they use that same controller with the Avata.
I wouldn't be surprised either, and of course it'll be the only controller that'll be able to work the Avata.
I've been using the
classic DJI.
The liftoff, Maddie. I've been working with that with this controller. And I found that when I first started, I was like using both sticks trying to move around, and I was like all like this. And I noticed when I started using them together to go around and stuff like that, it helped me to the point where I don't crash anymore. I can fly it fine without crashing. Not all the screens. I've only worked like 2 or 3 of them so far, but I'm learning more on the sticks on how to not fight. You know, you got one trying to go left and then you're banking this way. So I've learned to like keep them together, and it's helped. But probably today I'm going to go out and be able to fly a little bit more. I just need to pan the camera down. It is a whole new experience. But here's the thing now that I've seen how it is from you guys, and I'll say, when you get hooked, you'll know it. After you fly this and realize how fast it goes, you're like, and just the sound and the adrenaline that it gives you, you know, first you're a little bit scared because you're like, you know, there's a lot to remember. I need to adjust my goggles so my lens come in more. You know, the buttons on the bottom?
Yeah.
Because I was looking in the bottom left, and then I realized, oh, there's my altitude. And at first, because everybody that I've seen that have gotten these, a lot of the people that wear glasses, which I wear glasses close up, it helps me see. So they've got the companies that sell the lens. You send your prescriptions in, and they make the lens, and you pop the lens in the glasses. And they have them over here that I can get people. So we're going to see today when I adjust them, how it goes. But dude, it's like, I can see where it's addictive for you guys. So
clear, that picture is clear as crap, ain't it?
I know.
Oh,
it
is more clear than you think. And it's 740 or 720, 740, isn't it? It's not 1080.
It's 810.
You can't tell. It looks like it's so close. It looked like it's 4K. It's so clear. And I got a little bug or something on the lens on the inside, and I freaked out. I was like, oh my God, the lens is bad. So I do remember to keep them out of the sunlight. But when I flew, I actually, what did I do? I had taken the goggles off to bring it in and land it. And when I did, it disconnected the power from the goggles. And I was like, oh, damn, I hope it don't go into return to home or something.
Just pop them up on
Hey, I'll tell you what, that drone right there has the best transmission system for long-range flights. There's no way I'm
flying around buildings, flying around structures.
It's so good. It is unbelievable.
And like traditional FPV, it won't fall out of the sky.
Yeah. If you get a regular FPV, don't make the assumption that it's going to be the same kind of long distance range that you're getting on that FPV, because you will make a bad mistake. That range on that drone is incredible. I trust
another guest here now.
What's that? Oh yeah,
another guest coming in. Hey,
there's Max.
Oh man, get me out of here.
Thanks for joining. Tammy Jean's here also. I was wondering if you guys had dinner or quick dinner, and here you are.
Peekaboo, Max.
Nice planes, by the way. Hey, I just got my new servos. Instead of the plastic servos, I got the metal servos. So I'm going to have to do the calibrations on my, you know how you recommended to switch out all my servos on my little plane? Took your advice, got my servos. They're in, and I'm going to have to install them and calibrate them, center them, I guess, and then should be good to go, right? So it shouldn't be any trick as long as you have the centering trialometer, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty easy. Nothing crazy about it.
Yeah, it's not rocket science, right?
Nope.
How you doing up there, man? How's the weather up there? Did you get a big storm come through?
We were supposed to get some bad thunderstorms, but they kept on passing right by us, so we've been okay. It's been super hot, but just a little bit of rain 2 days ago, but shower and that was it.
big storms here. I'll turn the camera so you guys can see a little bit. See how the window is all fogged up. Yeah, big
Yep.
big storm came through here and blew my umbrella down in the backyard, and I had to go out there and chase it. Don't go fly away.
I walked outside like 30 minutes before Ray's show started. Had the goggles on, radio in my freaking hand, dropped the quad, powered it up, sat down to go fly, and it started raining. I'm so pissed off. I hate that.
It happens, yeah.
Because then you run like an animal so that everything doesn't get soaking wet. my stuff's not formal coated, so I'm running Lauren. My wife's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Get me undercover."
I got a really good story to tell you. We were at Robby. You've been to the lake house at Lake Anna, and
Absolutely.
we were there. My brother and I were working, digging ditches, digging holes, and I had the digging bar. So it's like a 7-foot rod, right? And the storm came through, man, and I just like shoved it in the ground and ran, right? And then it kind of blew by, right? So my brother goes, "Don't you go out there and get that pole, man. You just leave it out there." I go, "It's not going to hit or nothing's going to happen." Halfway to that pole, man, lightning struck. And I ran like a little girl all the way back.
Yeah, man. You don't want that stuff getting soaking wet. I don't have
my
coating on my stuff, man. Hell no.
Yeah, man. You don't want that stuff getting soaked.
Anyway,
Gotta do it.
So let's talk about the Avata. So we know that it's coming out soon, right? Probably going to drop within. I'm thinking before July or early August. What do
Did you see the picture of it on the ground?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will tell you right now, the people have it. I already know that.
Oh yeah, that's why it's the picture on the ground.
August. No, I'm talking about YouTube influencers in the States. It's here. So I'm here in August, is what I was told. So I don't know, mid, early. I'm not sure when.
I'm sure JB's got it, and I would think Nurk's got it, and I'm sure that all the boys down at Road to Riot have it.
Yep.
Let's see who else would have it out on the West Coast.
We we're getting close when you start seeing it, as they say, out in the wild.
Yeah.
So,
Max, we had talked about this yesterday about the set screw for the button. My set screw is stripped on the new drone. So whoever had it before stripped it.
Oh no! Yeah.
And I was gonna take it apart because I saw the screws. I was like, I better not open it. Springs and shit could come. So I'm gonna send it back to DJI because it's stuck in this position, which is fine for flying FPV. But if I want to fly it normally, I noticed yesterday that I didn't pay attention to how low I was pulling down on it. It was staying, but I was fine because I was concentrating on so much. My wife's like, "You're getting low, you're getting low," and I was like, I was trying to determine what 50% is, and it's hard when
it's
you're
tough.
looking
Yeah,
it is tough.
You're concentrating on so many other things. Absolutely, yeah.
See, like on traditional quads, you can put throttle percentage in your goggles.
Yeah, well, I was using the sim first, and after about 15 minutes of using the sim, I started feeling funny, and I was like, I'm getting like motion sickness or something.
Yeah, you gotta take your time, man.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this, but after I got the goggles on and got out, and I told Maddie I started off standing, and then I went and sat in the hatch of the car so I wouldn't fall down. It doesn't bother me now. I'm fine with it now, but
hey, talking about that, I'm going to share my screen with you. I found this video on the internet. Maybe you'd like to view it. So let me show it to you. And I'll put audio to it, Robby. So whenever you're ready,
this is my really first ever touching this drone when I put it on. Not saying I did good, but I didn't crash it.
Now, I was listening earlier. You were saying something about the goggles. You might have left them in the sun. It didn't do anything to them, right?
No. The goggles are fine. I said I know not to leave them in the sun anywhere when I'm using them. I know to keep them away from the sun.
They which Maddie's probably going to show you. They have like a little protection plate for them. It's like a fabric plate.
Yep.
Yeah, I ordered that, and it holds the antennas.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have a tiny sunspot on mine, but when I'm flying, I can't see it.
And then if you do,
What?
If you do lose power in the goggles, it will go back into return to home mode.
Oh, it will.
Yeah,
it didn't
that
have
percent,
power
because
when did
I tried flying a line of sight and it wouldn't want to do it, wouldn't start up. Yeah.
You're right, because it does a triangulation. Remember when you got to
Yeah.
you use your goggles to fly another
goggles to remote to drone and vice
Fail-safes on
versa.
that thing are
Right.
incredible.
because I'm always going back and forth, right? I'll have to use my goggles for my normal, FPV quad, and then when I have to go use the DJI quad, you got to go through the triangulation again. But Robby, you have that video ready for you, queued up. You just have to share it.
Yeah, I have a tiny sunspot on my lens, but you can't see it when you're flying.
I got 3.
As soon as
Here we go, Robby. We got music to it at all.
I think
Now,
you
what
spent the
tempo
music.
is this, Robby?
Did you? It's off one of the pay sites that I use. I have a
take
different
off?
site.
Did you take off with the goggles up?
No, I took off with the goggles down.
And you land with them up, it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's why I was talking about panning.
Hey, hell, the return to home button works really good on that drone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it always lands on the pad for me.
See, that's one thing I don't like with the FPV when it's in, sport or manual mode. It's like
the bank?
it banks for you when you yaw.
It banks for you. Yeah, it doesn't do that in manual mode.
And the banking is like not intuitive to what you normally
Yeah,
fly.
it's not
It's like you're like, wait a minute, this is not compute.
This one, compared to traditional stuff, it banks and yaws at the same time.
Yeah.
They put it in there like that on purpose. Normally, that wouldn't do that.
Yeah, to make you look more FPV.
Yeah. You know what I'm thinking? They're putting it in the FPV mode that you normally would put like Air2S in it.
The GPS, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're using the same algorithm, I bet you.
I've got to learn to pan that camera down because see, like here, I'm below it. I was actually landing it then, but I had to like get it close where I heard it and then lower it down.
Yeah,
but as you guys can see, I have a little bit of water around me, and everywhere you look, there's some kind of water. So I have to be careful where I fly. I found a big field yesterday that's got a track around that people walk on, and I'm going to start going there instead of here because this is all either cement or water right here in this area.
It looks like they have a soccer field there or something. It looks like right up in here.
See, when you're elementary school.
Yeah, they have nets on it instead of basketball. They have, it looks like a.
They got some soccer goals in there.
When you're flying like this, try and practice on when you're banking. Don't stop. Try not to stop and then turn. Try banking and moving forward at the same time, and you're going to get that movement a lot easier.
Yeah. Yeah, it just takes practice. But yeah, Matt's right.
First flight, bro. You're gonna.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That looks good, man.
I was a little nervous because after finding the screw, I was like, "Damn, what else is wrong with this drone? I may not know about." So I asked him, "Is there any more surprises I should know? Tell me now, and I'll have no problem sending it and getting it paid for. But don't, find out that the damn motor's gonna fly out of the arm or something, and I don't know." So.
All right, so you want to share the pictures of the Avata? Let's see, share screen again. Sorry, Robby, we'll make you do that again.
Now, Robby, in your in the goggles, since your throttle is lower, does it show you on my goggles? It always tells me, what is it? Throttle stick and proper, and it always flashes on my screen because I have mine loosened up to where it's like FPV style. Do you see that image in your goggles?
Well, I'll tell you, when I was concentrating so much on making sure it was going to fly and not fall out of the sky, and I kept keeping in mind people saying, "Hey, I wear glasses. You can order these lenses. You send them your prescription in, and they send you the lens to pop in there." Yep. And then I remembered that it's got a slider on the bottom of the goggles because towards the end, I told my wife I need to get it down. I'm not sure how much battery I got left. I was a little nervous, and I looked in the bottom left-hand corner, and I could see my altitude. And I'm like, man, I can't see it good. Maybe I need those lenses. It was because I had my left lens too far over, pulled over. Yeah. So I had to adjust that to actually be able to see it. So let's look at this, and we got one more person I'm gonna bring in. He'll watch.
This is the only picture that really I have.
That's the only one that's out.
Yeah.
What's up, Mikey?
Hey, Mike.
It's not
What's
a whole
up,
lot
guys?
to see, man.
What's up?
What's
No.
up, Maxie?
There's not much you could tell off of this. Now there is one thing here. I'm pretty sure it'll end up being a 6S.
Oh yeah,
I hope.
guarantee. Yeah,
I hope.
for sure. Probably like a 2,000 milliamp battery somewhere around there.
And then if you notice, there is a portion up top that has the DJI logo on it. So what we're thinking is, me and Lon had talked about this a while back. That little portion on the top is going to pop off, and there's going to be magnetic points on it for the DJI Action 2 camera.
It could be, yeah. If they drop it in there, that'll be awesome, right?
Yep.
It's only that first cube I would think would work the best because this is small props on there.
It's a 3.5. They're
Yeah.
3.5s.
So it'll handle it. You're just going to decrease the flight time, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think it'll be ready for it though. I think it's going to be Action 2 compatible.
I wouldn't put it past it, you know. Where'd it go? Yeah, you really can't zoom in much on this thing. It's just too grainy. Yep, that's the only picture that I've found out there so far.
That's supposed to be a size of the ProTech, right?
Yeah.
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah, still it's around
If
six
you
size.
look at it, it's an X right there, and they're just mounting all the guts on top. I wonder how
Who's
much.
gonna buy it?
I'm planning on it.
I'll buy it.
If it's
I'm
good,
planning-
I will. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm planning on it.
I'll wait till it comes to marketplace.
Not only for
$50.
not only for the not only for the Cinewhoop factor, but also I want the new goggles and all that good stuff. So
Well, here's a question on the goggles because I can see what's going to happen. If it comes out, I'll probably get it. If the goggles would work with my DJI FPV, I would probably buy those new goggles and sell the ones I got with this one.
well,
This
It'll
is a
end
better
up-
picture here for
it'll end
sure.
up going forward and backward compatible, but it's going to take time. It's not going to be right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what I did with my smart controller. I bought the new RC Pro with my Mavic 3, and then of course a little bit later when they made it where you could fly it with the Air 2S, I sold my standard controller that I use with my Air 2S because I carry two heavy controllers around all the time, and it kind of gave me a little bit of that money back.
So it looks like it's going to be a twist off here on the top. You can, if you look at this thing, it's kind of like
That's
Like
what
Air
we're
2S.
talking about. That's
Yeah,
where the Action 2 is going to mount probably.
yeah. So this was like probably going to twist off, just like the Air 2S filters do.
Yep.
Kind of looks like here's the key right here. Here's the, what I'm talking about. This is see how this triangle on this corner is.
Hmm.
That's the home point.
And underneath that is probably the magnetic points for
Yeah, all the connectors.
the connectors for the Action 2.
Yeah, and all the connectors are going to be there.
I really do think that's what it's going to end up being.
Yeah, I believe so too.
I think so. That'd be the
Yeah.
smartest thing in the world.
Well, I hope so because I got the Action 2, and I think Mikey, you got it too, don't you?
Yep.
Now that might
Absolutely.
be one of the main reasons why they put the Action 2 on sale recently,
Why? Because me and Mikey own it.
because they want you to have it for this.
They usually have all the marketing dialed in pretty well, for sure.
These guys know what they're doing.
DJI is smart, man.
And you see what they did with the motors too. You're not going to be able to just put any motors on here.
No, it's all going to be proprietary.
All
Oh,
proprietary.
yeah.
Yeah, just like the DJI FPV. You have to get all this stuff.
Well, it's got three. They're trying to reduce weight, only using 3 screws too, and that blocks people out from using different motors too.
I can see quick release props, all that stuff.
That I don't believe will happen. To be
I think
honest
they'll have
with you,
quick
Matty.
release props.
No, it would add so much weight and instability too.
I don't know, man.
But we'll have
We're
to
gonna
see.
find out.
I wonder how durable this is.
And
Well,
look,
it's
Just
probably
like every other
durable
DJI
as any-
drone.
Well, we have-
that zigzag, man.
it's
You
a
know,
Cinewhoop,
it's-
so
That gimbal right here on the front.
Don't crash it.
bring a dustpan and a broom just in case.
it's a Cinewhoop, so it's not going to be flown like that. You know.
Yeah. Well,
It's
you know,
gonna be-
people are just gonna fly like that. You know.
It's
Yeah,
probably
well-
going to have rubber, like foam or rubber you can mount around the outside of the bump, out of the ducts.
Yeah. Plus, you're not going to get crazy with a cinewhoop
No.
like that.
No, it's not meant for that.
And that plastic. Now that I look at it, it does look a little bit more like it could be
isn't.
durable. You
Okay,
know,
see,
like
Yeah, it's like injected molded.
yeah.
there it shows you right there. They're not quick release. They've got 2 screws in them.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
definitely.
don't believe
Injection molding, you can see
it just would not make sense.
See
Because
the,
last thing you do is have a prop fly off.
See the 2 landing legs on the sides that have the 2 screws in them?
That's to keep
Those are
these
probably-
two sensors.
No, the outside ones.
Well, that's to
Those are
protect the
probably the antennas.
sensor. Could be, and that's going to
Yeah.
protect your sensors too. Because
What is that in the middle in the front?
they
Where?
have
No,
two
not that,
sensors.
not that. The one in front of it, right there.
This
What is
down.
that?
This
am I
looks
looking at?
like the access point.
That might be I don't know, an LED something. I don't know. I can't.
Maybe a
tell.
landing light.
That's what I was thinking. I don't know.
Auxiliary light.
It's got a logo on
Yeah,
it.
probably.
It's
That's
got a
what it looks like.
logo or something.
Yeah, it's, I
Oh,
don't-
DJI logo. Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
got
it
a
is. It
logo
is
on it.
DJI. Okay.
So, the optical flow cameras are here, and we're looking at 2 sensors here. I don't see an LED.
I don't see an LED either, but I don't know. If
I
you're
don't
gonna
see
really
why
need
you
it.
would need one.
You're not. You won't.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see some Chinese writing on there. Hold on, sweetie. What does this say? Hubson? It says Hubson.
Parachutes come with it? Oh
Those
no.
props look like they got a nasty pitch.
There
to
it
them.
is.
Prop wash.
You know what this 2 screws remind me of, Max? The T-nuts that suck. They'll always break. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
The
T-motor?
T-mount. No, the T-mount props, man. That
Yeah.
freaking break all the time.
Yeah, if you go too tight. Yep.
Yeah,
Those props look very
Those?
thin.
those
Thin.
reminds me of that.
I
Only
hate
2
these
points to
I
anchor
can't
it.
stand those.
Yeah, those.
I
Those
hate
suck.
them. What a
They suck.
passion.
They suck. All right, let's see if I can find some more photos here. But who's going to buy it? Maddie, you're going to buy it? Michael?
I am most
I
likely.
might buy it. Yeah.
If
We'll
my
see.
price point, if the guess of the price is right, that I think it's going to be around $1,000.
And
That'd be cool.
Max, DJI sucks, right?
Absolutely. Every day.
Okay. There's your answer. Okay.
Every day, all day for man.
You do suck the freaking wind out of your wallet every time. That's for sure.
That sucks too.
and your wallet looks like you had a vacuum put on it, man. It flips out after DJI gets into town. All right, let's see what else we got. I don't see any other pictures, man.
I would think it's under
Probably
250.
about. I don't know, man. At that size,
Oh, here's one that might be.
Well, that's probably around the size of a mini, no?
if it's got 3.5-inch props on it.
What does a mini
And it
have?
looks,
The
it
mini,
looks like
the
it's
mini
a spark with whoops on it.
it's
So-
probably going to be like 300 to 400 grams, probably. I'm guessing.
So it'd be bigger than this then, probably a little bit bigger than this, right?
Yeah, because
Yes.
if you think of the Baby Hawk with the 850 milliamp battery, that's coming in under 250 grams. So this is definitely going to be a little bigger.
They said
It's
it
got
was
more
3
jump on it. It's got an extra brushless motor on it to be able to pitch a camera up and down.
I mean, it would be nice if it was under 250. That would skirt the remote ID issue.
Yep.
And we'll find out. You never know. Maybe it is. Maybe they went with a really light Mini 2 type plastic. Who knows?
DJI can do it. If it's anybody, it's them.
Let's
Well,
see.
I got a question. When I went and flew yesterday, normally with my GPS drones, when I get to my 300 foot, I get that, go below because that's what the limit is here. You're breaking the law, check your rules or whatever. I looked up yesterday when I was flying, I was at like almost 200 meters. So I was like 600 foot. And it never said anything. So why is that? Are they not set up the
600
same
foot
way?
high?
Yeah.
Oh.
So-
No, I mean,
so
with
inside-
DJI, you can set max height to like
No,
So
I'm saying
I
that
think it's
I
like
get no warning.
1640.
It's 1640
Yeah, but-
max height,
Yeah.
and you should get something that says you're reaching a height limit of blah blah blah. But a little
I
message
never
will
got
pop up. Yeah,
on the
maybe you're.
GPS here, when you hit about 90 meter, right in that 90, 91 meter, it tells you, because there's a 300-foot limit here, it tells you, it pops up the big paragraph and it says,
You never
you're
know.
flying
Yours
above
yours
the
might
law.
have the rooted hack on it. Who knows?
Mhm. Good.
Could have the hack on it that allows you to fly in no-fly zones and stuff.
Whatever you do, is don't send it back.
Hey, you know what? I would rather get caught in the U.S. than get
Yeah.
caught here. In the U.S., they send you a bill. Here, they take your ass to jail.
But that is your bill. You have to pay to get out.
Yeah,
Right.
you don't want to be in. I don't think I'd want to be in a prison here.
No, I'm good.
So, Max, what have you been flying? Did you fly your planes lately, or you've been?
I haven't really flown anything in like the last week. It's just been so hot. Planes,
Yeah.
I fly line of sight, so you got to be outside. And the drones, I mean, you could sit in the car, but it's just been too hot, man.
Yeah, it's no fun
Same
that
here.
way. Is it?
It's been humid here.
Yeah, very
Yeah, it's
humid. I
the
think it's like
humidity down here is what
70%
kills us.
humidity today.
I've been flying from the water, in the water. Seriously,
Bad idea.
Your drone got a little hot. Had to
stand
cool
there
off.
and just fly off, man. Just it's like, okay,
Oh, you've been flying from the pool? Yeah.
yeah.
See,
Just
I've done that. I've done that a couple times.
when it's too hot, I'll fly from right here in my chair because I get great signal going around the street and around the houses. I'll sit right here in the chair.
Yeah,
I'll have
you do
one of my
that a lot.
daughters- I'll have one of my
Hey.
daughters go put the quad out on the front porch, and I'll just
not
sit
just
right
open the window or the door and fly out and fly in.
here. Bingo.
There you go, Matt.
You don't even have to leave.
Well, when I come back, when when my pack is low, I'll have one of my daughters open the door, and I'll just fly straight through the door.
Well, look, guys, one of the other subjects that we were going to talk about tonight, along with this, was the Mini 3. And I guess I'm curious to see how much hype this new FPV drone gets, because you remember the hype was like a drum roll when the Mini 3 came out. And then when everybody started doing the reviews and showing the drone, I've seen the hype just go like boom, down.
Yeah, that's
And now-
that's with every release. That unfortunately, it's just the way it works.
Now I've been hearing, well, the thing is like, I think that when they made the Air 2S, things changed, because the Air 2S came out. It was like one of these drones that just nothing really ever happened to it. It's stable. And the Air 2 was good too. So the Mini 3 came, everything was perfect. And then we started getting complaints on people talking about connection issues with the controller. They fixed some firmware issues. What have you guys heard? Yeah, overheating because
Range
they supposedly-
issues.
Yeah. So has the firmware, have they fixed those issues, guys?
From what I've heard, yes, they have.
Max,
Okay.
DJI sucks.
Mm.
I
All
know,
day,
right?
every day.
Everybody, hey, here's $1,200 for you, man. Now I got range and controller issue. No, it seems like everybody's really happy with it, though. Besides little tiny
It's got some bugs.
DJI always fixes their stuff, guys.
They always do. They will.
Always, dude.
Yeah,
It's
that
usually
was,
always software. It's always
I'll
software.
tell you what.
Yeah.
The hype on the Avata, I can almost guarantee you, there's going to be more hype on the
that.
new goggles and the air units, if possible, than the drone itself.
Yeah.
yeah, because if you look at that, it's going to cost you $900 just to get into the game of one drone, because you're going to have to buy the $600 goggles, right? The new Avata goggles, and then you're going to have to buy $159, VTX, DJI VTX.
Yep.
So right now, I've seen it for $159, but it doesn't have any DVR on it. So you're probably going to have to, maybe, I'm not sure if they're going to make it compatible with that split DVR that's out in the market today. That probably won't work. It'll probably use a different protocol because, you have to have new goggles, you have to have new controller. Oh my gosh, it's just going to be at least $900 just to get one of your personal quads up and running. What are your thoughts on that, guy?
They're gonna be getting when the V3s come out, and I don't know if they're gonna be getting a new unit made, an air unit, or or if they're gonna
They
start.
have already.
I'm hearing they are.
They have it already, yeah. So it's already out, and the leaves are out. So, um, yeah. So, you know, I'm looking at my quads back here, and I was like, it's going to cost me $1,800.
Oh hell, I'm not
I
doing
ain't
it.
doing it.
I'm
It's
not. I
just
got
money.
7 quads,
Who
7
cares?
freaking quads that
Yeah,
need
it's
cameras.
gonna, like I said, it's gonna make my wallet thinner.
Yeah.
That's why I'm hoping the new goggles are backwards compatible at some point with the existing units we have now.
Yeah.
And with
That would be nice.
$1,800, I'd rather buy a nice electric bike. You know?
Yeah. Mikey looking a little orange, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
it's,
is up,
it's
man?
because I'm next to my window right here, and I got the shade and the sun shining in this room, dude. Really bad. That's why I hate doing live streams like if it's really early out because the sun just shines on my ass like this.
I thought, at my age, Tammy Jean's in the house. How you doing?
Hey, she's in 2 places. She's there and in the chat. Damn, she got
Hey, so is Max. What are you doing in both places, Max?
I'm practicing. It's so hard. I get, like, just like learning how to do the live streams and chat with the chat, and like you guys do it like with ease. It's
Hard.
hard.
Easy breezy, baby.
Trying to listen, trying to talk.
You get used to it, Max. You get used to
And then
it.
you got to do all the reading too, right?
Yeah.
So
StreamYard is super simple.
me and Al, we change up. He does part and I do the other part. So we're puppeteering together there.
and don't forget, you got to drink.
Yeah.
Hey, look, guys,
Yeah.
we got 7 thumbs up. We got 8 thumbs up, and we got 5 people in the panel. Everybody click that thumbs up button.
Yeah, dude. Thumbs, no, dude. That's all we getting. Thumbs up, dude. Come on. You got Max here. You got Maddie. You got me.
Thumbs up for DJI. DJI.
Yeah, thumbs up for DJI, dude.
So everybody in the panel, at least click. We'll get some extra people. I just did it. Okay. Covaction is late to the party. Buys the next round.
So Covation's in the house, and David Lorenzo joined, and Alexis.
Alexis, sexy mama, Alexis.
Yes.
Chuck has had his Mini 3 and had no issues with it. And Chuck, I'll tell you why. Because you had so much issues with your Mavic 3, I guess they decided to give you a drone that didn't have any issues.
Oh my goodness. So,
Oh, wow.
what did you think of flying FPV, Robbie? I mean, I didn't really get your first impressions.
My ass was in pucker 10 because I was expecting the worst. It was like imagine being on an air flight that saying the pilot just died. Who could fly the plane? And you're like, oh shit. That's kind of how it was. But I'll say after listening to Maddie and listening to Mike and Sergio for the last year or so about if you ever fly it, you'll get hooked. Now, for me, it was like an adrenaline rush. And you have to think about so many different things. The GPS drone, there's not a lot to think about except for how you're going to take your photo. The rest you can pick up in 30 minutes. But you have to look for so many different things. So basically, when you're using your GPS drone, a lot of people either use their smart controller or their cell phone to get their information. Here, it's more of all the stuff in the goggles and then making sure the power for the goggles are on, the remote control power is on, and the drone, all your batteries. So there's a lot more to watch on that than what's there. But I'll say that even though you're flying a shorter time on those batteries, the adrenaline is like times 20.
Feels forever.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when you go through about 10 batteries in a session, man, you feel like you've flown for 3 hours,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel, man. I'm like, dang, I need another smoke or another drink, just to chill.
It's got good distance.
And 420 is a good way to start, right, Max?
Yeah.
That's a good way to chill.
Well, after I've got this, I guess when the new FPV comes out, I have to look and see about the goggles and what the price is. And like Maddie said, they'll probably have it downward compatible soon after.
Yeah.
So that I could do that and probably recover some of that money by selling my current goggles that I've got now, like I did with my other smart controller. But the good thing is I got the goggles, and I'm learning how to do this part. So now it's the point that I've invested in this. Once I learn this, I can start actually buying some real FPVs that are just FPV. because I've always had a pretty good collection of the GPS drones, so I'd like now to start collecting some good FPV stuff to have like
Another one
set
bites
up.
the dust.
Yeah, exactly. I'm there. But I've noticed this. A lot of guys have got like, they'll show their display and it's like, I got 11 or 14 FPVs, and they got one GoPro mount that mounts on every damn one of them.
I've got a GoPro mount on every quad except the smaller ones. I don't even like running like multiple of the same size. I have 1.5, 1.7, 1.3, 1.4, 1.2.5.
Well,
Hey,
how
Robby,
many two? Go ahead, Al.
I'm sharing the screen. Somebody leaked like the proposed DJI FPV Drone 2.
Yeah, that was a concept drawing. I saw that. That thing was wicked looking.
Damn, it looks like an aircraft carrier in the top.
Futuristic as shit, and yet still
It's
plastic.
just a battery mount, yeah, and they just kind of doing like the Mini 3, offsetting the, oh gosh, what would you say, the airframe? Oh gosh,
Well,
symmetry.
they have that on the DJI FPV drone now, right? It's the offset, the frame.
Yeah, and it's kind of like the Mini 3's offset too, right? So yeah, and because when it pitches over, it'll be just right. And you can see the battery down in here. So anyway, that's it. That's all I was going to show.
You didn't see the goggles, Al?
What's that?
The prototype goggles that they did? Did you see it yet?
Supposedly,
Yeah,
they're more
Narrow ones are not as tall.
The ones with the ones that
Cameras.
have the cameras in the front.
two cameras on the front.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. Let's find those.
That would be smart for DJI
Yeah.
to put a camera, at least one, on the front, like Sky Zone used to do. They had a camera on the front, and you push a button, and it goes to the camera, so you can see in front of you without having to take the goggles off.
Yeah. Yep.
Maddie, the different antennas you've got for yours, the two front pieces that are on your lens, send me a link to those, because if I can get those and use those for other FPVs, I try to get all the little gadgets I can get from the guys here.
You don't want them for the FPV drone.
But I do want
them for air units or Vista units. Yes.
Right. That's what I want them for. So yeah, send me whatever the name is of that I need to buy so I can find here, because I've got a couple of places here. I've been getting some stuff at good prices, and I've been trying to buy extras of stuff. That way
I'll send you links from like Race Day Quads, and you can just look up the name.
Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
You were saying, who's the manufacturer of the only goggles with cameras up front I'm finding is the Ozone?
Sky Zone.
Yeah. Is that the one you were talking about?
No, I was talking about the DJI.
No, the new DJI concept one.
The Avata goggles?
No, they were they're for the DJI FPV 2, I believe.
Let me see if I can find them.
Let me see. You want me to send it to you, Al?
I don't remember where I saw those. Where did you see those, Mike? You remember?
I saw them online here. I'll send them to you. John Coopy sent them to me.
I'm gonna give an update when y'all in the U.S. start getting your keychains. Somebody text me and let me know. I've sent out a second batch, but they're coming to Al, and Al's gonna take them over to the post office and drop them off. They're already pre-packaged with your names and everything on them for the guys that have bought the keychains and got the website to hook it. The people that have the existing websites like Fly Zone, Maddie, me, and Al, and some others, I just basically put it in with World Drone Community and just threw you some keychains in here so y'all have them. Because you guys had paid for sites last year that we set up. So I just threw y'all some keychains in with your regular stuff. And then Al will be getting in the next week another package that's full. And then along with that, we're sending some of the new World Drone Community shirts. So we got the new logo on them here, and we got them in 6 colors. This is what the back looks like, if you can see it. So they run a little bit small. So this is an extra large, and I normally run, I can usually always fit in a large. This is an extra large, so they're one size down. So as y'all get them, we're going to put them on the store. Let us know, and then Al will keep the inventory where he's at for the U.S. and Canada, and then ship to you guys if you guys want them.
Yeah, Robby, we got to talk about that merch store, to put the merch store on our website.
Yeah, that's one thing. The reason that we did this with the keychains, the whole thing really wasn't about the keychain. It was about getting the site up and using the keychain when you're out. to have people sub you easier to all your social medias instead. One, it's easy to say your YouTube name, but a lot of our names aren't the same in different social medias. We might have an extra letter or a word in our Instagram. So we did the keychains to make it easier for that, but we also want you to use the site. So when you're promoting, you're sending out information, send out where it is on that site, because what happens is all of it is up under one domain, under World Drone Community /social/ the name of your YouTube channel. So if Al gets 10,000 views next month and I don't get any, Google sees that World Drone Community just got 10,000 views. So everybody that's getting heavy hits, they're going to go up, but it's going to bring a lot of the lower people that aren't getting any traffic up in the search engines. And then if we start getting more people, anybody that's going to fly drones is going to be hooked in with World Drone Community. It helps us from the bigger people and the smaller people. So that's why we did that. But with the pages that you're getting built, you know, you're getting a free one-page website when you get the keychains that we've got all your social. We will be having it where you can scroll down below and we'll have your merch store, and you can either hook up your spring tees or whoever you're buying your shirts from, or if you guys are making your own shirts and you want to do it, you know, we'll put it down there. So we're going to give you a merch store for the bottom of those pages also, so you can use it. That's
yeah, thanks, bro. Yep, thank you, man. Appreciate that. Al, I send them to you.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now. I think.
I sent you the links, Robby.
No, I'm pulling up your video too. So hang on, let me back up. I know I got you in Messenger. Let me see.
The first set of antennas is for the FPV quads, and the second set of antennas is the ones you want for your FPV drone.
Yeah, Tom from Caption, I forget what his channel is.
Tom,
he was saying make sure
lens capture.
Yeah, he said make sure you got those antennas screwed in when you're using the goggles, because if not, something would burn out on the goggles or something.
Yeah. Yep. Always have antennas on.
Why are they short? Why am I seeing some guys that have stubbies or shorter than us big guys? You know?
Well, those are the stock ones. The stubbies, like the ones I gave Max. I don't know if you have your goggles nearby. It's the link I just sent you, the Lumineers. They're just smaller, more compact, but they've got a better DBI on them.
Yeah, they're better antennas, Robby, because they're built a little wider and got, you know, the loops in them.
The Lumineers I just sent you the link of. Those are the best ones on the market right now.
I agree.
I think I'm gonna buy the supports for when I start flying manual, because it seems like everything I read on the support arms that go in between it, they don't fit in the bag. They don't fit in the bag well because you got to cut the bag or whatever. But I'm a pretty careful flyer, but I know what's going to happen. So I'd like to protect it.
Gonna happen, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
A little more protection.
All right, I'm sharing my screen with you, Robby, and you can see that these are the goggles we were just discussing. And not a whole, I mean, the resolution on these are pretty crappy. Let me see what else here we have. This one, I think, is the one everybody's interested in.
That's the ones we were talking about. See the cameras?
We see the
I like the strap better.
Those cameras that are on the front, pretty cool.
Yeah, look at the back of it where it looks like a twist. It looks like something.
Yeah, it's got a twist, tight
connected to its head.
Yeah, the straps I don't like.
I would take it off and put a fat strap on it, obviously, but that's just me.
Yeah,
and it looks like they're going to be using their proprietary DJI, battery in the back as usual.
Yeah, that's what that is. Yep.
Yeah, it's a bad.
It's going to have a barrel connector, so you should be able to use just a standard battery. Also, I'm sure it's going to be somewhere between a 4 and a 6S. You guys are thinking, maybe.
Yeah, that's what we have now.
They look smaller though, don't they? A little bit.
Yeah, they are. They're narrow.
Yep.
You know,
but
hey, one good thing about the strap, Max, if you wear that outside for about 30 minutes, you'd have a hell of a tattoo.
No
I
shit.
know, right? Stay in the sun for a little.
Right? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Free tattoos.
Yeah, I don't have any here, Harley. I keep it.
Well, I just shaved mine today.
Speaking of tattoos, I just got my
hair. I
tattoo.
just like mine short. Too many grit.
Well, that is it. I mean, I don't see anything else. Oh, this one here is showing the fans. Yeah, this one here is showing the fans
Yep.
right here.
There's
So
an
we're
in and an
looking
out.
at the airflow.
And there's air vents on the front. Yep.
Might
So it
have
looks
air
like they're
vents
pulling the
back,
air.
air
Yeah.
going.
It's kind of funny because they're pulling in the cold air out of the top and blowing the hot air out of the bottom. You would think that they would pull in the cold from the bottom and blow out the hot out of the top. But I'm sure there was a reason to do that.
And the antennas, they fold down too.
Yeah, you noticed that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
They kind of like snap down.
Yep.
That'll be great for.
That is awesome, right? For storing. Absolutely.
I think they're gonna. I wouldn't be surprised if we see something similar to that picture.
I think they're trying to dial it in. It looks like they got most of the infrastructure already done, right?
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, if those are it.
So what's going to be
You're right. I
gonna
think it's just a mock-up, right?
what's going to be the catch on people buying this? The Mini 3 was the smart controller. What's the catch on this? The goggles?
The Avata.
Just the fact that it's a Cinewhoop and it's going to be used mainly for commercial
you get it
107
as a
guys
bundle.
with work.
It's
there's
gotta
gonna
be a
lot of people
bundle.
buy this.
Yeah, they're gonna introduce those. Yep.
And it's going to have the Avata, the quad. It's going to have the goggles, and you have the controller. Probably going to cost you $1,200 to $1,800, and then you're locked in. So I did that move to get into the FPV world when I bought the DJI FPV stuff. I mean, I already had been flying FPV, but I made a move into the digital FPV side from DJI.
The DJI FPV drone is the one you want to use when you want to learn how to fly and rip. This one is going to be the one you want to use when you want that slow cinematic footage.
Mm-hmm.
How quick does the oh shit button work on there when you hit it? Because when
it's
I
fast.
Yeah, it's not
Right
the
away.
same.
when I stop the
It's
Mavic 3 full speed, I still have a 30 or 40 foot stopping point on the Mavic 3. When
That
I
thing
hit
will
it.
scare that oh shit button will scare the shit out of you if you hit it by
Right.
accident or something, because you can even be inverted and that son of a bitch just boom, it flips and just dead stop.
You're talking FPV drone that's overpowered, and the GPS cinematic drones are totally underpowered. They can't even get out of their own way. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And that's why you see them drift 10
Yeah.
yards.
Yeah, because it depends on the speed too.
Even though they're standing on the nose and you let go of the stick to stand on their tail, and they still don't have enough juice to slow it down. But on a a regular FPV drone, we're on a dive straight down, and within 10 feet, you can crank it up and still not crash.
It's funny watching people online that fly to
My
DJI
boss.
FPV and you see them fail safe.
Hi. Hi, Al.
Hello.
Is she in the military?
Yeah, she's an officer
Yes,
for
sir.
the rescue department, so she's a government employee.
Oh,
Hey, I'm 54, but I still can salute.
There's something
well, I
about
would sure as hell hope so.
By Pamika. Yeah, there's something about a military uniform that just kind of,
Gotta love it.
yeah.
Yeah, they it's the way they really respect the king that's over here. It's like, I guess if you didn't, I mean, literally, if I went out and said something against him or put something online, they would physically come and get me. It's like big, but he's the new king. The older king was an older gentleman, and I mean, they had a lot of issues here where there wasn't enough water for the to grow stuff. They were sending something up in planes. I don't know what it was, and dropping it out of the planes in the clouds to get it to rain. And for years, he really worked hard on trying to help the agriculture industry here. So when he died, it was like everybody was crying and going crazy. And the new king lives in Germany most of the year, so he's caught a lot of slack for that. But yeah, it's funny because a lot of these people over here are starving. And I'm not talking bad, but when you're a king and you're worth $300 million, you would think that, anyway. But yeah, all the officers wear uniforms on special days for the king or the queens or somebody important comes through. So the revenue office here works where they have like 4 employees that work in the office that are officers, and then 40 that are people that are not government employees, almost like not a temp, but just not government with benefits. And then those 4 have to manage the 40. So in the country here, of the whole country, and I'm not sure how many thousands of employees they have in the revenue department, she's number 3 from the top. So she'll retire in 3 years. So when she's 46, she'll retire with her monthly paycheck, her full benefit, my full benefit. So I get to go to the doctor, dentist, anything I want to, 100% free. I mean, everything's free for these government people. So, dude, it's like, it was good for me.
Ain't nothing like our government over here.
God bless.
Well, our government here gets their own special retirement plan and their special medical plan.
Yeah, we pay for it.
Jack, and they get special protection for life.
Yeah,
hey, I'll say this though, but does the government give? We can go once a week to the massage, to the Thai massage where they give the massages, and the government pays for it once a week if I want to go. So
hey, do you get the girl that walks on your back, Robby?
Shit, no, man. I got her. I don't need no more. Like, remember, I'm 55. As Toby Keith says in his song, he ain't as good as he used to be, but he's as good as one time.
Yep.
Hey, don't tell Pamika, okay? All right, we'll leave that subject alone. All right, we're running into over an hour, gentlemen. So, any promotions we want to go through?
Y'all are all FPV people, so I'll say now that I've flown it. Maddie, Michael, you're right. Once you do it, then you get hooked.
Oh, you have no idea what you got yourself.
Was I lying?
No, you weren't. And it's funny too, because the first thing I thought, I told my wife when I bought this drone, I said, honey, we need to pay this guy, and I don't know how to send the money electronically. Can you do it? And said, yeah. So in Thai baht over here, it's about 40,000 baht, which means it's $1,000. So she was getting ready to send the money, and her boss said, who are you wiring money to? She said, oh, my husband's buying a toy. She goes, how much does the toy cost? I said, 40,000 baht. She goes, damn, what kind of toys does he buy? She says, expensive ones. So I got a good life. I'm sure it's going to get worse with all the new stuff that's out there. So I'll be hitting all up the advice.
You're entering a new realm of tinkering, okay? And
black
I
hole.
know Max and everybody here in the panel is thinking, you need to open up that controller and fix it yourself because you're going to be doing a lot of that once you get into this world.
You know what?
If you're sending it back to DJI, break it more.
You're going to be spending so much more money if you do that. Let's fix it yourself, okay?
I don't have time. Honestly, I mean, normally I would. I don't have time to mess with it just for, dude, I'm like, my 3D printing has got like, my printers never stop. I'm busy doing that, busy shipping stuff out. And along with that, a lot of stuff here, I need help where I have to ask her, hey, I need you to send this.
Well, you're going to have to make a choice of fixing the stuff you want to fly or not fly it.
Well, I will of course, when I get the regular FPVs where I can replace them myself. But man, dude, it's like I'm dealing with t-shirt people on products for this, working on websites for a lot of you guys, doing the 3D printing. We're doing an addition out here in the garage, turning it into a living room. We're putting a balcony on top of the house. I got motorcycle parts on the way, and it was real. I'll say this, bless her heart. My wife bought me this motorcycle because I bought her a little scooter, and I said, honey, damn, scooter's not big enough for me and you. We're hitting the speed bumps, and I'm bottoming. And I said, you know, I really like that motorcycles at the motorcycle shop. So she called me 3 days later. She goes, hey, for lunch, I bought you a present. I said, what? She goes, I bought you this motorcycle. I thought, damn, I just got married. What a wife. So I started to order motorcycle parts, and she's like, what are you doing working on it? And I'm like, well, what do you mean? She's like, it's brand new. You're changing the wheel or the cover or the tire. And I was like, honey, but, you know, I need to do these upgrades. And she's like, but that was the first thing I bought you. I thought maybe you'd want to keep it. And I was like, honey, what am I supposed to do? And she goes, well, if you want to, why don't you buy one that you can make changes on? And I was like, so you're going to let me get another? She goes, go pick out what you want. And it's like, I was pinching myself. Is this real?
Damn, I gotta move to Thailand. Hey, she got a sister?
Yes, actually, yeah. I wish I could get rid of the husband. Sorry, I shouldn't say that.
Hey,
Hell,
and
I'll
all work
take
in the
the mother.
government, Michael. So yeah, you got a man. Go.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what, guys? I have a question for either Robbie or Al. I got my 3D printer right there, right?
Okay.
Blah, stupid.
Yep.
Right there.
Somewhere
Okay.
there. Yeah, I see it.
I tried to level it, right? Get it all set up,
Yep.
trying to get it leveled. The first, I mean, the left top, and left bottom, it did the leveling. Then when I clicked the other corner, the top right and then the top bottom, it never went there. It kept going on the left.
Turn it off and on.
Yep.
Yeah,
Still does
reset
it.
can you hit home and have it go back to the home point? Mine's digital, so I go in and turn mine on, and I've got 4 arrows in each corner to tell it what corner to go
Right.
to.
That's what I
I
got.
put a piece of paper under it,
Yeah.
and then I just
Right.
flip under it, and I pull it to just where you can't feel drag for me,
Right.
and it's perfect. I do it on all 4. That's it. But you
Mike-
have to get yours back to home position because it can't find where it needs to go.
Well, can you imagine?
Someone's
we
got
move-
to walk me through this crap. I don't know.
Yeah, you.
What brand? What brand is it?
It's a
Enders.
longer.
Oh, don't know.
Take a picture
You,
of it
you
and
can
send
move
it.
the head to the location you want. Do you go 20 by 20, and then go 20 by 200, and then go 200 by 20, and then go 200 by
digital?
200.
Is yours digital, Michael?
Yeah.
See,
It's
mine's
gotta be.
digital. But here's the thing: your platform is perfectly zero flat. It's flat. So if you hit each corner, like mine's digital, I tell, front left, front right, back front.
Right.
If it gets those 4 positions, it's totally flat. And yours is probably like mine. But if you get to a point where it can't find where it's at, there's a home button on there that you hit that resets position, and it'll send it back to where it starts off with, and then turn it off and turn it back on, and then do it again.
That's why I pay people to do this shit.
I knew Manny was going to just say that. I didn't know that he was going to come out of Manny's mouth, bro.
It's not hard. Probably every 50 to 75 hours, I'll clean my plate, and I will re-level it usually every 50 hours. I never have
Okay.
any issues.
Oh,
Okay.
Michael, here's
I
the
don't
deal, man. You got to tinker. Okay. 3D printers is tinker. Okay, man.
Yeah,
It
no
is
shit.
just another tinkering thing you got to play with.
Well,
Okay.
hey, the fun part he's going to find is when
Max is
he
laughing.
starts
Like, yeah, I
he
know.
starts printing stuff out. I print out, and every time I use this particular white filament, after I use it, the damn filament, I can't get it out of the extruder, and then I have to take the damn extruder off of the device, take it apart, and clean it out. So you're going to learn the filament issue.
There's
Yeah.
manufacturers
Yeah.
of filaments are pain in the
Get
ass.
good filament, because if you don't, dude, it takes me I'm up to 20 minutes now if I need to go in and take the head off. So I've got I know my brand of filament, what runs. eSun for me has been the best, the top filament, no matter what you get. And then you'll want that. And then if you can get one of those things that when you buy meat and steaks and you put it in a Ziploc and it sucks the air out, buy one of those, get you some of the Ziploc bags, and get you some moisture packs, the ones they put in beef jerky and stuff.
Yeah.
Every time you're not using your filament, throw it in that bag, suck the air out, and leave it in there. Because what happens is the moisture gets in the material itself. I can look at my orange filament and I see white dots in it. I can do that and it breaks off. With the TPU,
Wow.
the TPU is flexible and it already has moisture in it, so you're not going to have issues with TPU. PLA, you will. Keep in mind when you buy your material.
PG also, and also, yeah.
Do you want
PG.
flexible or do you want PLA? Because when I bought my machine, I was like, hell, this is easy. I got money for filament. So I bought 16 colors in PLA, and then I was like, how come my damn camera won't fit in this part? It's too tight. And it's like, I should have bought TPU because it flexes. So I've got dude.
That's what
I
she
probably
said.
I got 80 rolls here. I got 80 rolls of material here because I got a deal through eSun, $12 a roll out.
Yeah,
That's a good deal.
crazy, man.
PG is actually a very good filament also, if you haven't played with that. If you're looking to make stuff to put like laboratory grade stuff like water bottles. You can make it out of PETG if you're looking to make like vases for your wife or your kids or whatever. That works well. And also, it runs at a higher temperature, so you can make stuff for your car, and it's not going to melt and deform while it's in your car.
Yeah.
A phone holder for your car, PETG is the way to go.
Yeah, check your temperature. Check your temperature and make sure that your printer can print out hot, because my friend bought a bunch of mixture of PETG and carbon fiber. His printer will not get up hot enough to melt the carbon fiber. So stay away from ABS. Because if you don't, the first time you start doing it behind you, and in about 6 minutes, when you pick your head up off the damn desk because you passed out, dude, it's the strongest stuff. Oh my God. Stay away from ABS. Stay away.
For sure. But you know what, Mike? I could save you a lot of heartache, though. $50.
50 bucks. Sell it.
There you go. Don't print. We'll print it for you anytime you want.
Send me what you want.
Oh, shocked me on that one, Max.
I want to know something back. What is your full-time job? Are you a salesman somewhere? Because if not,
I thought Max was gonna offer me to help me. Like he's gonna message me, and then he goes, "Mike, $50, Mike."
Well, now I know.
I thought he was going to send the printer over for $50. I was like, if you got a printer for $50, then I'll buy it from you.
Yeah, Dave from Fly High FPV says good filament, that good software, whatchamacallit, Cutter. I downloaded it, and getting it all calibrated and leveled, you'll get phenomenal prints.
Cura.
Cura. There you go, Cura. That's the one.
What you'll learn is when you start printing stuff, you'll learn on, depending on, now, are you using a glass bed, or what's the material of the bed made of?
Well, the bottom part, the top part, yeah, it's glass. It's a glass bed.
Go out and get you a couple of glue sticks, the big ones, because you're going to print okay for right now on that film that's on that glass. But when you clean it a couple times and that film is gone,
it gets oily, right?
Stuff doesn't stick. No, stuff just doesn't stick. So what you do is you buy these sticks like these. And on your Cura, it'll show you where your prints are going to be located. Like I do 4 of the keychain drones in different areas. Take this, let your temperature get up on your bed, 60, whatever it should be. And then just take the glue gun and put a surface of this, just real fine. And then after that, you're probably good for probably 40 hours, 50 hours of printing. And then when you're done, get a scraper. And I got this particular one here because it's got an actual razor blade in it. And I use that and clean this off. You're going to get a bunch of fine dust. And then afterwards, just get you some alcohol in one of these bottles and put on the glass and wipe it down and keep it totally clean. Get everything clean off of it, and then apply the glue before it. I do the glue every time, and some people say, I don't need it on my bed. Trust me. Would you like to print for 30 hours something and then it come off the bed? Because if you print anything big over time, it can do this. And the problem is around these edges, it'll just dig, and you can't do a print. Don't be stupid. Just put it on there. It's like everybody wants to compete saying their printer's better. I don't use glue. That's good for you.
Hey, Robby, send me the link to that glue thing.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like using glue. I'm a fan of glue. A lot of people are a fan of hairspray also.
I'll tell you, I don't like hairspray because you're spraying hairspray all over your damn printer.
So you have to go with it. So you
spray it on your printer.
What you want, Michael. The point is this: you'll come up with the technique you like. You're going to have to tinker with this thing a lot until you get it right. And each filament is going to be totally different. Each glue that you use will be different for each filament also. You're going to be using the red glue and the purple glue.
So much tinkering.
Mike.
Yeah, $50, Mike.
So to the Max Air 420.
Now I know who not to buy my 3D prints from.
Hey, Michael, when I went to the store to buy the hairspray, the lady asked me, is this really what you want? And I was like, yeah. And she said, can you understand the writing? And I said, yeah, it's hairspray. And she goes, are you sure you want hairspray?
I like you busting your balls pretty good here, Robby.
Use the glue stick. Use the glue stick. Don't use no damn hairspray because you spray it
don't
all
like
over.
Hairspray because it doesn't have any hair, said Alexis. All right, gentlemen, I got to drop. You guys continue. I got to.
Yeah, we're getting ready to eat dinner too. So
yeah, I got to get going.
Yeah, we're good.
Max, appreciate you dropping by. Michael,
Yeah, thanks for the invite, man.
Robbie, we had a great time tonight, man. That's awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for joining. I got to roll, man, and you guys continue on. Have a great.
Okay.
Good night, Al.
Take care, Al.
Later, Al.
Hey, Michael, if you have questions, Michael, text me because I've really used my printer. My printers never stop. So I've got more of these. I've got one here that I use. They never stop. Dude, I have like wasted more material in learning and different stuff. Save it. Save your time. You need to know the 3 main websites to go to get your prints. And then I'll show you how to alter the print. Get you some glue sticks.
Okay. Cool.
Save yourself a headache, man. Dude, because I mean, it takes so long to print some of this crap out that it's a waste. You'll waste your material. You really, really will. If I can figure out how to get filament to the US by the pallet, I'm going to do it. I can get it for $12 a roll. It's like $30 or $38 a roll or more in the US and Amazon. And the carbon fiber is even more expensive. Carbon fiber is usually almost 50% more on that. And yours probably goes up high enough. If it'll go up to 240 or 250 or above that, you can print carbon fiber, which is really cool.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Absolutely.
So
cool.
we're gonna get Maddie. We're gonna get him into 3D printing too. Hey, you remember what I told you when you said, Robby, you'll be into FPV soon? Remember what I said?
Hey, maybe I should sell it to Max for $50 because I could ignore Maddie's phone calls when he keeps calling me, Mike, I need this, I need this, I need this.
I don't want my quad falling apart midair.
Y'all are crazy. Look, guys, I'm gonna run. Had a good show. Thanks for
coming,
guys.
Thanks for having us on.
See you, Robby. See you, gentlemen.
Later.
Good night, guys.
Peace.
Peace.
I gotta hit the end stream button, don't I?